I think the most important problem in philosophy today is probably the question of truth, the question of difference between truth and ordinary opinions, the distance between a truth and an ordinary thinking, an ordinary opinion. And it's a big problem because there is naturally a very long history of what is the truth from the very beginning of philosophy. But during the 19th and the next century, we constate the development about the question of truth, of absolute truth, something like a nihilistic point of view. Truth does not exist, there exist only opinions, there exist different cultures, but from a culture to another culture we have different vision of what is the truth, so there does not exist absolute truth, and so on. And I think that all that finally creates a crisis in philosophy, a real crisis. Finally, the distinction between philosophy and ordinary opinions becomes unclear. In particular, today, in France, it's very striking to observe that very often we name philosopher, a writer, or something we write in papers, or something we give opinions in radio and tele and so on. And so a philosopher finally is everybody who is in position to say something. But it's not sufficient, in my vision, to be a philosopher. It's not sufficient to have some ideas. So we must create a new conception of what is a philosopher, of who is philosopher, and so a new conception of philosophy, finally. By a return to something old, that is the distinction, the clear distinction between the process of a truth on one side and the existence of ordinary opinions on the other side. It was the idea of Plato, so it's not something new. But we must discover a new manner to say the same thing. And it is why, for me, philosophy must be today something like a theory of truths.